Hi, mein Hase. Hi, everybody. Good evening from Frankfurt in Germany. Hi, guys. Thank you for joining me. My name is Angela, and I am the owner and creative energy from Elfen and Helden. And I'm a primary retailer for what you went over here in Frankfurt in Germany, as I just said. Hi, Dixie Bell. Yeah, thank you for joining me, guys. When you tune in, just let me know where you are watching from. Say hello to me. And I've put my page in the comments. Hi, Christina. And if you don't follow me yet, I highly appreciate if you pop over to my page and leave me a like there. That would be absolutely fantastic. Guys, last week we started this tallboy dresser. We've done some minor repairs and stuff like that. We've sanded it down as it is already painted piece. And tonight we're going to start to paint. Hi Liz, thank you for joining. And if you have any questions, just put them in the comments. I will try to answer them straight away. Hi Tanya, hi Paula. If I'm not answering them straight away because the comments scroll up pretty quick, just repost your question and I'll see if I catch it. Otherwise, I'll come back later. So guys, let's get going. The colors I've got for this piece is going to be like, I call it like a modern grunge, you know. I do like grungy pieces, but it's always like a little bit combined with whimsical. So it's not like grunge. So the colors I've chosen for this piece, as this is a custom, I have rusty nail to start with. This is going to come with sea spray on the bottom of the piece. I will do that last because I'm not sure if I'm going to do it with sea spray or not. So this is why I'm doing that last. But anyhow, we have caviar, we have gravel road, we have French linen, we have drop cloth and fluff, just like to have like a light, like a highlight. Hi Martine, hi Diana, hi Pat. A lot of people joining. That's great. That's fantastic. I love having you with me, guys. So, and you can see I'm back to my bun. Also, last week I tried to leave my hair open and to be look a little more nicer, but that's not for me. So I'm wearing a bun. That's me. I had to, like the next morning, it was like, firstly, it was smelling in my flat of burnt hair because I managed to drape my hair into my heat gun. And the next morning I had to get like the wood glue out of the tips of my hair. So I'm not doing that again. So, okay, guys. So I've got, as I said, we start with caviar. I will first open all my jars. And chalk mineral paints by Dixie Bell. They are, oh, good. Not hard to open. It's just when you work messy with them, like I sometimes do. I'm trying to get better, and that's the reason I am opening them up and stirring them with a stick instead of shaking them. Because when you shake them, you have like the paint in the lid, and when you screw them back on without cleaning it first, like I usually do, they get stuck. So, French linen. The chalk mineral paints by Dixie Bell, they come in 3 different sizes. They come in 8 ounces. They come in 16. Whoops. Throw it. In 16 and in 32, which is like the big jar. And I'm using all of them. They go a very long way. They're environmental friendly. They are water-based. They've got no smell to them whatsoever, so you can easily use them indoors. So, oh, Angelique. That's nice. Thank you for joining me. Where did you live in Germany? Brushes, I brought with me my, I'm going to use for every color, I'm going to use a different brush. So I've got like my mini brushes. And I also have, just for the fluff later on, because this is just like going to be like a tiny highlight, I've got the flat small with me. And I also got like a mini angle I basically brought all my brushes I like to use. I have my Mr. bottle. While this is not going to be like a perfect blend, but it's going to be a little moody. If you remember, I've done like a bar cut, and this was like with heavy brush strokes. This was like completely dry, and this one is going to be a little more blended, so to say. So, okay, I'm going to mist my brush just like a little bit, because I like to, for this style, like to work with a slight damp brush. And bonsoir, Joël. Merci beaucoup. So, okay, we start with caviar. I'm going to stir that up first. Those paints, they are highly pigmented. So, here are my sticks. I always put everything together, and at the end it's missing. I sometimes think I'm crazy. Just get some more, that's no problem. There's probably a ghost around here who snicked them. You never know. Guys, that's really strange, because I'm sure I had them in here. Okay, I will find them. I'm sure I will find them. So, a waterfall desk. That sounds interesting. Oh, palmetto. That's beautiful. So, as I said, stir them up nicely to make sure that all the ingredients in there are nicely mixed. Hi, Erin. Thank you for joining me. Hi, Nina. Great, you're there. So, go from there. And those paints, they are, as I said, they are highly pigmented, but they stick absolutely fantastic onto surfaces. You don't have to sand usually your pieces or things like that. You can paint straight away onto the wood. What you have to do, you have to clean your piece nicely. This was cleaned with Wise Lighting, as I managed to put my hands on here over here in Europe. We don't have it in Europe, but I had a sweet soul giving that to me. So I'm very happy about that. I've used that on this piece. And the reason I've sanded this down is because it was, as you can see, it is painted, and the finish was very shiny. Hi, Sully. The finish was very shiny, so I decided to sand it, just like to scuff sand it a little bit, so that the paint does stick. But if you have like a normal chalk painted surface or wood, you can paint on it straight away. So this is the nice thing about those paints also. And for sanding this down, I've done it last week. I've used the rag heads from Dixie Bowl. They carry. So the bottom, as I said, is going to be in this chair is very squeaky. It's going to be in with the sea spray and the rusty nail, but I'm going to paint it anyway. Just like to have like a base on here. And this is the first coat, guys. The first coat is always, I keep saying the first coat is ugly. The first coat is never very nice. And the first coat for me is always to see if I like the colors together, if I like the style I'm thinking of doing. So this is basically where I go. So you paint with the wood grain, as there is no wood grain to see here. I'm just going with my style. And I'm using very little paint. I rather have, but you still can see it. It covers really nicely. Even this is like black on white. St. Louis. Hi, Monica. Louisiana. Guys. So, and I was thinking of, I'm not like having it like a faded thing. This is going to be like a little cloudy, going all over the place. So I'm going to start. I want to have like the bottom part a little darker, and then I'm gonna come in with my gravel road and see. So I'm gonna grab my gravel road. It's going to be blended just like a little. Just like to have it a little cloudy. Also, just like a little paint on here. So there won't be that much to see on this coat. This is, as I said, we're just going to see which direction we are going, if this is going to work. So, and if you feel that it's like starting to drag, you can mist it a little bit. I have a little more caviar down here. And this is probably going to take about 2, maybe 3 coats. I'll see how often I'll go over it. I mean, this is like a white underground, so especially when you paint dark, you need a little more, some more coats to cover that basically. So, and this time, the last, or this bar card I've done, where I had like heavy brush strokes, I used the premium chip brushes, and now I'm using the synthetic brushes. This is such a difficult word for me, being German, for my German tongue. So, a little more caviar coming up here, as I want to have basically the same on the front. Just like this. So, think otherwise it gets too bright. I'm gonna come up even more with some caviar on here, because I want to have it mainly pretty dark. That's what I'm going to do. See if there's any questions. Hi Kelly. Hi to Ireland. Kelly, you're going to be a new retailer for Ixabella here in Ireland. Did I see that correctly? So I think she's going to be the first one in Ireland. That'll be great. So guys, if you want to shop those paints, you can check on the Dixie Belle page for your local retailer. All the retailers over here in Europe are in there also. So before you shop online, just check if you have a local retailer, and if not, over here in Europe, I can also help you. But please first check for your local retailer. That's very important. So I think now I'm going to start to introduce the French linen to it. Let's see. Hi Cindy. You're picking up one tomorrow. I missed what you're picking up. dog and moon. All right, that's great. So thank you for joining me. That's great. So didn't mix up the French linen. The French linen is, as the color says, it reminds me completely of like French linen. It's like a little bit of, Andreas. Ich weiß mich ja weg, dich habe ich ja lange nicht gesehen. So French linen is like a grayish, I call those like no colors. Hallo Horst. So another mini, dampen it up a little bit. And I'm gonna come into the French linen also, like just like a tiny little bit. And I'm gonna come in here now. It's a beautiful color. And with those paints, I always say less is more. You can always reload your brush. If it gets too dry, so I don't want to have like heavy brush strokes on there. You can also mist your brush. That works also. I'm gonna come with the gravel road. A little up here, a little more. Just to darken those sides. And just gonna make sure that you see where I'm going. I think I have to move the camera up a little bit in a second. So Instagram can see right, I think, but I'm going to move you over there a little more. Hang on, guys. I shall move you up. Hi, Wendy. Ness from London. So over here in Germany, we have now, like, so to say, the second lockdown. I'm not very happy about it, but there's nothing you can do about it. The main thing is that you stay safe. So it's a bit difficult for the place where I am. The shops are going to be allowed open. Also here I'm going to do like crosshatch movements, like going up and down. So this is basically just because I want to move the paints into each other. And I want to have just like a little more gravel road here. This is just going to be a little cloudy. I think I said like that. That's exactly what I am going for. As I said, it's not looking very nice at the moment. It's very dirty. I've been working on a piece that is my first time blending. I think it is harder than it looks. Listen, when you do blending the first time, it takes a little bit of practice, you know. This is obviously, but you can practice on a piece of wood or something like that before you actually go onto an actual piece of furniture. And when you do blending, and this is what I also do here. I mean, this is not about perfect blending, which is the nice thing, you know. But when you do blending, I hardly touch the surface with the brush. I keep my mister bottle. I keep the paint damp so that the paint is moving and the brush moves easier over the paint. And choose colors which are close to each other. Which colors have you chosen? Hello, Vera. Which colors have you chosen, Liz? Because the closer the colors are together, the easier they are to blend together. So you can see the French linen and the gravel road, they are very close together. So I can move them easy into each other. With having them a little damp, that works pretty nicely. And also the caviar with the gravel road, they are also pretty close together. And so that's the reason that works pretty good. And light brush strokes, you know, I'm hardly touching the surface. I'm doing light brush strokes and going over it. So this makes life a lot easier. And there's different techniques with blending also, you know, it's like all artists do have like like their own way of blending. And this is just like one one type of Hello, Cordula. Some of my German friends here. That's great. That sounds good. Okay. A little more gravel road here on the side. And guys, you know, when I do my pieces, I'm not... my pieces grow with painting. You know, this is... I'm having a rough idea where I want to go. And it develops basically while I'm painting. So I sometimes change my mind. I sometimes add some more things to it. So I want to have a little more of gravel road coming up here. So I'll lay it down on here. Feather it into the French linen. And it mixes almost instantly, you know. This is when you hardly touch the surface. I always say it's like butterfly kisses, you know, with your hi Lily, hi to Norway. Very international today. So I'm gonna come in now with some of the drop cloths. So I'm having my mini angle now. It was also one of the synthetic brushes. Eventually one day I'm going to learn it. And again, a little bit of paint. And drop cloth is like a creamy white. Let's see if I can reach that far up. I think you can't see. Hang on, guys. I shall move you up a little more. I'm filling up the swear jar. Oh God, don't do that. So you see a little better now at the top. Yeah, as I said, it'll need a little bit of practice, but don't give up. You know, just use your mister bottle. Try it on a piece of wood. I have to get up, guys. My arm is not long enough. So, and as I said, this is just the first coat, guys. This is not about perfection. I don't want to have it move into each other, just like a little. So, and the very top, I'm going to show you in a second. Just going to lay my drop cloth down a little more. So in this style, I'm basically going to go over the whole piece. A bit more French linen. You can also see drop cloth and French linen. They also mix nicely. When your brush, as you move the paints into each other, it obviously picks up like the other color. If you feel it had picked up too much of it, you can clean your brush in between. So, and very lightly, and I'm going with the French linen brush into the drop cloth just to move it in there. There you go. A little more on the side here. I'm going to have it mix a little more with the gravel road on this side. I don't want to have that much brush strokes. As I said, this is supposed to be cloudy. Over here a little. Get the French linen brush. This is too dark over here. Feathering it in. You can also dampen your brush. That works also fine. So, oh no, that's the brush I want to work with. I'm not going to clean it because I don't mind if there's like darker shades on here also. I'm just mixing it or blending it a little more in. I don't mind if it is irregular. I like that. So that's fine for the first coat. So this is gonna, you see, this is like going from dark, cloudy, just gonna move it down a little bit, from dark, cloudy up to light, cloudy. That's basically what it does. And on top here, the top here is going to be, Instagram, I'm going to move you up. The top is going to be in caviar, as I'm going to have some stripes up here. So I'm painting this in caviar. As I said, there's going to be stripes up here, but not like black and white. I'm going to use for the stripes as a complementing color. I'm using Midnight Sky, as those colors are very close together, and it's just going to be like a shading. So one coat, that's fine. Okay, First coat done. What do you think of the colors? Do you like them? Oh, there's my fur baby. Oh. Say hello. Say hello, Kiara. I've got to be careful. She's like stepping into the paint jars. Hang on, I've got to move you a little down. Thank you, Monica. Yeah, brush the line to get rid of the line. You should try that. Watch some others. Very dark and moody. Yes, that's what it's supposed to be. So on the front, what it is, half an hour. I think I don't want to take up too much of your time. This is going to dry, and this is going to be all the way around. Maybe we shall, because I want to have some woody bands on the front. Let's see. Just get it out of the way before I drop something, because I'm very good at doing that. I still can't believe that. I just found my stirring sticks. They have been hiding under my drop cloth. Not under the paint, but I've got like a drop cloth laying down here for not to make that much of a mess. And actually, I think, will I put some sea spray on the bottom? Will I put some sea spray on the bottom? Yes, I will. We do that. We put some sea spray on the bottom. That's our last color, basically. Sea spray is a texture additive by Dixie Belle. Show the front. I'll do that in a minute. So, okay. Sea spray is a texture additive by Dixie Belle, and I want to have like a rusty finish on the bottom here, just like to enhance like this crusty finish, rusty, moody, crusty finish. And the base is going to be then basically the rusty nail I'm going to use, and there will go some other colors on top, but we're going to do that next time because this has to dry. I'm just going to get some of the rusty nail. Here are my stirring sticks now again, there. And you can basically put the texture additive into the chalk mineral paints. You can put them in most paints, I would say. You can also put them in the moonshine metallics. It dulls them a little down, but it works. It gives them some texture if you want to do raised stenciling. It works beautifully. And the texture additive, the sea spray, it comes in this bag, and it's like a powder form. It's got like this scoop, and they say you take 2 scoops for 8 ounces of paint, but I say you take as much sea spray for as much paint as you need it. So thank you, Dixie Belle. Hi, Daphne. So I am having just like a cup here, and I'm just going to put, I'm just first going to put some of my paint in there because I know roughly how much paint I want to have. And you can put it directly into your paint in the jar, but I'm going to do that like this now. So, and the nice thing about the sea spray is it doesn't change the color of your paint. It just changes. I just put some of the paint in here. It just changes the texture of your paint. So now I've just have a little, and I'm going to put just like a little bit in here. Let's see. And then I'm going to take another stick, and I'm going to stir that into, oh, where's the camera? There. I'm just going to stir that. And the how thick you want to have it, this basically depends on what look you want to achieve. If you want to have it runny like this, or if you want to have it a little thicker. I think I do want to have it a little thicker because I want to spread it on there. So I'm adding a little more sea spray in there. Mix it again. And I found for myself it's easier for me if I put the paint in first and then add the sea spray, because I can control the thickness. For me, I can control it better. Maybe somebody else does it different. Isn't it, Dixie Belle? So Dixie Belle knows. Over here in Europe, we don't have the patina collection, so I'm doing my rust in a different way with the chalk mineral paints. Just looks awesome also. So this is what we're going to this piece on this bottom basically. So I think this is how I like to have it. This is like like a thick you know what I mean, like cake butter or something like that, pancake butter. Okay. So and I'm going to I'm going to apply it with a spatula. This is from Dixie Belle also, the mud spatula. You can apply it with a brush, whatever, it's up to you. I'm applying it this time with a spatula. This is not going to be like regular. This is just like in spots. I want to have it. And I also have, because I want to build up some texture, I'm going to do that this time different. Apply it like this. Just don't use any of your good brushes with it, because this is pretty rough on your. This is pretty rough on your brushes. So okay, I think that's how I want to have it. You can build up some texture also with your spatula. A little more up there, a little thicker. And obviously, the thicker you apply it, the more texture you can achieve. And this is at the end, it's going to dry rock hard. This is going to dry rock hard. And to get some texture in there now, I'm going to use a chip brush. As I said, you can use your spatula just to get some texture on there. Or what I'm going to do, I've just got like from Dixie Belle the 2-inch chip brush because it's not that expensive. So if that's ruined, it's not. Hallo nach Berlin, Möbel in Berlin. So and I'm just going to dab it and this is basically, you can do that how you want to. You can if you feel you have like too much texture, you could also like smooth it out with that brush. So I think that's just how I want to have it. So then we're going to let that dry, and this is going to be like basically the next step. Then next time on the second coat, we're going to get some more color on there to get like the rust effect going. So it looks a mess at the moment, and this is what it's supposed to be. It's like first coat is always a mess. Thank you, Nina. You're welcome, Claudia. My pleasure. Glad you enjoyed it. Thank you, Kelly. So what's the time? 40 minutes. That's fine. So guys, next week we're going to go to the front. Going to do the second coat on here, which is going to go quicker, and we're going to do rewind. And we're going to work on the front next Tuesday, same time, 8 p.m. Over here in Germany. No, 9 p.m. over here in Germany, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time from the US. And you're welcome, Diana. You're welcome, Dixie Bell. Thank you for having me. Guys, my name is Angela. I'm the owner and creative energy from Elfen over here in Frankfurt in Germany. It's 20 to 10 over here now, PM. So wherever you're watching from, you have a great day, great afternoon, great evening. If you haven't done it yet, guys, please pop over to my page. Hello, Grete. You're welcome, Grete. Pop over to my page, leave me a like there. It's very important for us, especially now as we're running into the second lockdown over here in Germany. So I highly appreciate your support. I'll be here next Tuesday again to hopefully see you also. You guys have a great evening, as I said. If you want to shop the products, go to the Dixie Bell page and check for your local retailer there. Okay, guys, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next week. Bye-bye. You're welcome, Liz. So, bye, Instagram. Bye, guys.